folks, welcome back to Mr. P's Film Review. I'm back with another film review. If you just hit this channel for the first time and you've only just discovered about me, please hit that subscribe button and hit the alarm bell because I'm going to be coming at you with regular film content. This time I'm going to be discussing the newest film from Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The ninth film from Quentin Tarantino, and it stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie. This film has no clear plot. I'm going to be very, very clear about that now. This film tells a story about Rick Dalton, brilliantly played by Leonardo DiCaprio, and Cliff Booth, he also brilliantly played by Brad Pitt. Rick Dalton is an actor, Cliff Booth is his stunt double, and it just shows their adventures through an ever-changing Hollywood. And there is also a backstory regarding the Manson family and Sharon Tate, who's played by Margot Robbie. Whilst I'm not the biggest Quentin Tarantino fan, you can't deny the man's talent. This man is an outstanding artist. He's an incredible writer. Every film that he does, he has a unique approach to making it. It's going to be uniquely different from everything else that's been put out there. You know it's going to be loaded with his trademark of great writing and also just great performances. And he is an actor's director in the fact that he can bring out the absolute best in an actor and let these actors give career best performances, which will also result in them getting accolades. Case in point, John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson. These two gave outstanding performances in Pulp Fiction and both were respectively nominated for both Oscars for actor and supporting actor. Pam Grier and Robert Forster in the acclaimed and brilliant Jackie Brown. Pam Grier was nominated for a Golden Globe. Robert Forster was nominated for a Best Supporting Actor Oscar. Christoph Waltz, a frequent collaborator of Quentin Tarantino's, won back-to-back Academy Awards for Best Supporting Actor in Inglourious Basterds and in Django Unchained. And in this film, the performances are nothing short of perfection. Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, one word, wow. These two were outstanding and they were easily the high point of this film. Leonardo DiCaprio was incredible in this film and I was pleasantly surprised by his performance. His character of Rick Dalton, he showed a variety of emotions and DiCaprio was able to nail those emotions right on. Be it drama, be it emotion, be it comedy. Like I said before, anytime that I've been reviewing a film that's a comedy, comedy is a very, very difficult thing to nail. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. And it's also how you deliver it, also your mannerisms, your expression. And he was on point on each and one of those scenes. And these two, both Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio, were just phenomenal. The chemistry between these two was outstanding. Brad Pitt gave a career best performance. And I honestly can say that this is his best acting performance since 12 Monkeys. So we're going 24, 25 years ago, but that's how good he was. In the fact that he was just reliant on being an actor, he did a phenomenal job. And again, if this film had been released a few months earlier, I would easily say that this guy could have been nominated for a Best Supporting Actor Oscar. But hey, you never know. Let's see what happens. If you look at, there's a young girl in this film, Julie Butters, who plays Marabella, who's a precocious 10 to 11-year-old actress. She delivers some of the best dialogue I've ever heard in her scenes with Leonardo DiCaprio. And again, it would be difficult to go toe-to-toe with an actor of DiCaprio's caliber, but I tell you something now, she was able to match him. And she was just adorable and she was incredibly charming in the role of Marabella. When it came to her talking about how she is as an actress, what her lines are, what her role is, it was just incredible to watch. Her performance isn't just the best one. There are also great performances from Kurt Russell, who is as reliable as always, Al Pacino, Bruce Dern. All the actors in this film are on the money. It wouldn't be a Tarantino film if there weren't memorable moments, and there are so many to talk about. But I think one of my favorites, and one which gained a bit of controversy, was a scene between Cliff Booth, the stuntman, getting into a fight with martial arts legend Bruce Lee, brilliantly depicted by Mike Moe. That has to be easily one of the funniest scenes in the film, and there are a lot of funny scenes in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but this one has to be the most memorable. And it didn't go without some controversy, because I know that Shannon Lee, daughter of martial arts surgeon Bruce Lee, opposed the scene and she found it a bit demeaning. But the way that it's filmed, it's just, and the dialogue and the banter, you sometimes forget that, but it is also just a really, really funny scene. And I know that Shannon was a bit opposed to it, where she thought, okay, you only went by what you heard about my father and you just encapsulated it in this character. But it is still one of the funniest scenes in the film. And I've always believed that imitation is the highest form of flattery. And Mike Moore did a really, really great job. This film is just a multi-layered watch. It is a multi-themed film of so many different genres. It is thriller, it is drama, it's comedy. There's just a lot of it for everybody. And I know that this film, for hardcore Tarantino fans, even though some of the elements are based upon a true story, some people may think, okay, he's rebelled against his independent roots. And, you know, by going for top name, big name Hollywood actors, and he's rebelled against the films that he did back in the day. No. Pulp Fiction is his magnum opus. And again, I'll be reviewing that film at some point later on down the line, because it's going to be its 25th anniversary. But this film is still a Tarantino film. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood contains all the hallmarks of a Tarantino film, from cracking dialogue, snappy one-liners, excellent performances, split screen, voiceovers, pop culture references. It is just, you can feel Tarantino's thumbprint on this film. And this film is a homage to the 1960s. It is just, the set pieces are just beautiful. And these are real set pieces. Not computer generated, they are all real. And again, this is his most ambitious project to date. And as a director, as an artist, that's what I expect. You do the same thing for too long, it does start to get tedious. So for him, he has made a very, very conscious and very, very smart decision to step away from his earlier works and to do stuff that's different. It wouldn't be a Tarantino film without some form of violence in it. And the last 20 minutes of this film, my jaws to the ground. I was like, oh my word. He's done it again. Combining jaw-dropping violence and adding elements of dark humor to it. And it just worked. With that being said, there are two down points to this film. This film is 2 hours and 42 minutes. And that is incredibly long for a film. There are some films that are justified being that length of time, but with this film in particular, it didn't need to be. There were so many scenes that could have been cut down. You would have had a more consistent film. And also Margot Robbie's character, Sharon Tate, she didn't really do much. And I feel that if you were to take her character out, you would have still had a film that could have flowed beautifully. And I know that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood will divide Tarantino fans. Some will like it, some will hate it, some will say this isn't their favorite Tarantino film. For me personally, I think that this film is his most ambitious, I'll say that again. And it is better than some previous works that he did. I think this film is far better than Hateful Eight. I will say this again, that I do feel that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, for hardcore Tarantino fans, may justify a second watch. Because there's certain things that you may not get in the first film that you may get it on the second viewing. So I definitely recommend that if you watch this film, one time may not be enough because you may need to see it again. But with that being said, it's still a rollicking ride. Thoroughly enjoyable. Tarantino has done it again. He doesn't disappoint. And I'll give this film a very, very strong 9 out of 10. So that's my review. Hope you like what you see. Subscribe to this channel. Leave your comment with what is your favorite Quentin Tarantino film. And I shall see you on the next film review.